In the last episode, I beat Wizard City without dying once in a single run, and now it's time to ramp up the difficulty one more notch. It's time for Crokotopia, but if I die, I delete the character and get sent all the way back to the beginning of the game. Let's start things off with the game plan. Crokotopia as a world is divided up into 3 areas, all themed after one of the elemental schools. The first area is fire, the second area is ice, and the third, and by far the hardest area, is storm, with a final boss that is absolutely terrifying compared to everything leading up to it. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So for those that don't know, fire and storm are the 2 hardest hitting schools in the entire game. So having 2 out of these 3 massive areas be primarily fire and storm enemies is, to put it lightly, pretty brutal. But I have a plan to help mitigate this. See, Wizard101 has this feature called training points that allow you to train spells from the other 6 schools that you didn't choose. The game gives you a good chunk of these points to work with at the beginning, and once I hit level 12, I was able to amass enough training points to spec a few of them into the ice spell tree to get a neat little card called Volcanic Shield. This warding spell grants you a shield, wild I know, that cuts one incoming hit of fire and storm damage by 70%, which is an extremely valuable card for not just Crokotopia, but for all the worlds succeeding it if we make it that far. Now that we have our strategy laid out, let's dive into Krokotopia's first area, the Pyramid of Fire. This area is a huge step up difficulty-wise compared to anything else that we've done thus far, and it's instantly apparent the second you start your first duel. Instead of just fighting one mob at a time like in Wizard City, you have to fight 2v1. Don't forget that almost all of these enemies are fire as well, and they all know Sunbird. Yeah, it's not just bosses casting that 3-pip haymaker anymore. Pretty much every mob in Crokotopia is comparable to a boss in Wizard City, so it makes you wonder what the bosses in Crokotopia have to be like. Well, how about I introduce you to our first boss, the Narini Quartermaster, and just look at how many 3-pip spells he has. Sunbird, Banshee, and Locust Swarm all hit ridiculously hard, and I can't shield spam with nearly as much effectiveness because all 3 of these spells are from different schools, meaning I'll never know what school he's gonna hit me with and when he'll hit me with it. But there's one more spell that becomes a boss staple in this world that gets introduced with the Quartermaster, Weakness. Anyone who's played past this point in Wizard101 has PTSD about this obnoxious spell, and there's a good reason why that is. It costs 0 pips to cast, and it's guaranteed to weaken the next hit of the afflicted wizard by 25%. This oftentimes can be the difference between an enemy living or dying for another several turns and can make these already grueling fights that much tougher to close out. All of these factors combined create one steep step up in difficulty with this world straight from the jump. So let's kick this off and take out the Quartermaster. Here's some arcane knowledge. We use Volcanic Shield off rip. Okay, somebody used this one. Now the issue is, did that minion just use it to get the shield off so his boss friend over there could use a Sunbird? Maybe he might have done that. Hopefully the tree gets lucky, hits high, and kills the minion off rip, so I don't have to use any more pips on him. It doesn't. Okay, I think we're still in the clear, especially if this ghoul hits, which it does. That minion's gonna go down. I'm gonna get a little bit of HP back, and we'll be in fighting shape. Oh, this is a weakness. Oh, hello. I blew my load a little bit, assuming he'd use a Sunbird and not that big Locust Swarm. I don't think he can kill me within the next couple of turns before I can heal, so it should be fine. If this Thunder Snake hits, we're perfectly fine, and nothing matters. Okay, okay, let's get rid of that danger. Get a heal going. He's gonna throw the weakness in his desperate attempt to stay afloat. At the end of the day, you can't avoid the long arm of the law. That got a little bit dicey, but I'm glad he's dead. With the Quartermaster getting the axe, we get to stroll on into the next area of the Pyramid of Fire, the aptly named Palace of Fire. Now, this area may look super short at a first glance. I mean, there's what, 3, maybe 4 quests in total? I mean, that's nothing. Wait, does that say boss times 4?
Oh, Neptune.
Okay, so maybe we have to murder a family of 4. It is what it is. I mean, what can you do, really? Fortunately, though, 3 out of these 4 bosses are all pretty much the same, just with a different haircut. All 3 of them are fire, all 3 of them have around the same amount of health as the Quartermaster, and all 3 of them have similar spell lists. In fact, they're so similar and so boring and so samey that I'm just gonna turn them into a montage. Check this out. Just like that, 3 Narini down. Now all that's left is Big Papa number 4, Akori Narini. Akori is the only boss in this entire area that isn't fire, but that doesn't mean his spell list is any less scary than the rest. This guy's got access to Banshee, Evil Snowman, Cyclops, Lightning Bats, and a strong fire natural attack. That means this guy has nuke spells for 5 out of the 7 schools, making him remarkably tough to shield against, even compared to his family. This incredible offensive spread has the potential to give us some serious trouble, so let's see if we can make it out unscathed. I'm gonna go for a Death Shield off rip. And he's gonna fizzle. That's awesome. Now I get my shield off. This strat worked on Lord Nightshade. It's gonna work on this guy, who is a weaker version of him. And then we can just Nature's Wrath this Narini warrior here. Is he gonna go for a snowman? What? Okay, this is getting a little dicey. My death shield isn't getting used like I was hoping it would. And now these two both have 2 pips to attack me with. So I'm just gonna Leprechaun and hope this hits. He's gonna fizzle again and get more pips. I'm not too mad about it, I guess. I don't know. But the Leprechaun's gonna come through and kill the minion. That's him down at least. Now we just got Big Boss over here. He's got Storm Bats too? What is this guy? He's used every spell but death ones. Now we have a lot of shields up. Shields for 4 different schools. If he uses ice, I'm gonna be so mad. God, I hate him so much. I don't think any of my shields have been broken this entire time. He's just out manipulating me. And he's gonna weakness. Okay, this guy could not be more annoying. He actually could not be more annoying. Find a more annoying guy on planet Earth. Maybe you can find a couple, but still, it's impressive that you have to go down the list. I'm gonna heal again just to secure things. That should easily put me up to 1100. 11113. That's somebody's lunch line number. Oh, please Storm Bats into my shield. He's breaking. He's crumbling mentally. See you never. I never want to see you again is what I mean by that. Please, God, I never want to see that guy ever again. If I see one more evil snowman get cast in this area, I'm gonna lose my mind. At least the local Narini family is dead though. With these clowns out of the way, we just have one last area to go. The first dungeon we've had to complete so far this run, the Throne Room of Fire. See, the Throne Room of Fire has a map that can reveal to us the location of the famous Order of the Fang, a troop of balanced wizards who together wrote a book that can bring the dead back to life once again. We need to get our hands on this book before the big bad guy, Malistaire, can reach it and use its power to awaken more undead armies across the spiral. To find the Order of the Fang though, we first need to get our hands on an artifact used to reveal their location, held by the final boss of this area, Crocotopia. This guy is by far the most powerful boss we've faced up to this point, having not only the highest HP, but also the strongest spells thus far. He's also the first boss in the game with a rank 4 spell in their arsenal, and he has an incredibly deep pool of fire spells to go along with it, including a fire blade and a fire trap to make his offensive potential even more frightening. Combine that with a rank 3 Cyclops spell to help him work around shield spamming, and we have a serious offensive threat on our hands. But yet again, I have a trick up my sleeve. I was able to reach level 16 just in time to unlock a new spell, Spirit Armor, that absorbs 300 flat incoming damage when active. This is an extremely solid defensive tool to have for this fight, because if I end up with my back against the wall, this thing can absorb almost all of the damage that any of Crocotopia's spells can do, no matter what school it is. Let's hope this will be enough to push us over the edge, or else we have to start all the way back at Wizard City all over again. I am nervous for this one. I am nervous. We've got our shields up at least. So we got a decent first hand to work with. That's one Sunbird. We get to block it, which is great. The issue is he's going to use one with a blade next turn, and I'll do 400 to 500 damage. I don't even think I'm exaggerating when I say that. Oh, it's bats? Interesting. Okay. It's not as bad. I'm gonna go for a ghoul on the Narini over there on the left. I'm assuming he's gonna go for more bats. Oh, he's going for a trap? Oh. He's gonna do a Sunbird now. I'm just gonna do a bunch of damage. We're gonna get some health back from this ghoul at least, keeping us above 800. And then we can Leprechaun to hopefully finish this dude off. Oh, that weakness. If we don't kill through that weakness, we might lose straight up. Oh, come on, dude. I've never even seen anyone use that before. Oh, what do we want to do? I'm going to fairy. That's what I'm going to do, because that's going to do a lot, whatever it is. It's a 4-pip natural. 520. Healing was definitely the play. I'm going to throw a shield up, and then I'm going to heal again, because he's just going to do that. And it's so much damage. Oh, God. I'm gonna go for the life assist, leprechaun combo, just to make sure we get rid of this guy. Oh, that killed. Okay, okay. I'm gonna throw this volcanic shield down, and then I'm gonna spirit shield, I think, which is the new spell we got. Okay, the Sunbird is gonna get completely nullified, damn near, which is wonderful. And then we can get this spirit armor on. Yeah, he's gonna do his thing. He's gonna pout and all that. 0 damage, boy. Yes, sir. Spirit shield coming in clutch. And we get a minor blessing too. We might just be back in the driver's seat here, depending on what he does next. If he uses a Locust Swarm or a Cyclops next, he still has a chance to ruin us. He's gonna fizzle again. Awesome. Oh my God, that's a 6-pip natural right there. At least it got all of his pips away and it went into a shield, which means, oh yeah, we're in the It doesn't matter. That fizzle sucks, but we're still in the driver's seat, 100%. We can double tree here and just win. This tree should at least leave him squishy enough for my pet to do the job here. Yes, roll on through, roll on through. Old boy's going crazy. That'll do it. Pyramid of Fire, done. Out of here, in the books. Oh, that was really hard. Oh, that was a nail biter. I really wasn't sure if we were making it out of that or not. Easily the toughest boss fight thus far, no contest. But with him dead, the Pyramid of Fire is complete, and we figured out where the Order of the Fang are hiding, in a giant hole on another island called the Croco Sphinx. We don't have much time to celebrate though, because the area that is the Croco Sphinx is massive, making up 37 out of the 65 quests in Crokotopia, well over half of the entire world's content. So let's get cracking. Now that we've found the Order of the Fang, the authors of the Croconomicon, we need to help them put this army of undead crocs back in the grave. And I've trained yet another shielding spell to help me with this area. Snow Shield. This spell is pretty straightforward, nerfing the next incoming hit of ice damage by a whopping 80%. This almost entirely nullifies ice spells if I can time it correctly, and with this addition to my shielding arsenal, I now have a shield to block every single type of damage in this entire game. Well, this aside from Bounce, which doesn't have an existing shield at all anyways. So let's test this defensive prowess on the first boss in the Croco Sphinx, Neckbit. He's a pretty run-of-the-mill Crocotopian boss with average health and a bunch of ice spells. Let's go troll the living hell out of this guy. We got the new ice shield in tow, we got a power pip off the rip, amazing. If I can get a lucky draw, we can just kill this Sakui Protector immediately. Like, just turn 2, he's done, which would be fantastic. So let's see if we can do it. Well played, he's got the beetle out. Ooh, I'm just gonna go for the Nature's Wrath. Okay. Throw the rock at him. He's out of here. Take him back to the sands. We don't need him anymore. Clean up on aisle 5. If he pops a snowman, oh. You tried to do a leprechaun, didn't you? I already know you tried to do a leprechaun because it fizzled. And you know what? Just to be a prick. That's what success looks like, okay? I would take notes right now, buddy. This is a masterclass. I should be charging for this. He's taking the bats out. I mean, this ain't gonna do it. I mean, I shouldn't have even turned on the record button. This one is just, oh, it's just a wash. Boss 1 down, out, finito, finished. Wasn't that just a good old time? It's nice to have an easy fight like that after the tense battles we've been going through lately, but back to business. The Order of the Fang has tasked us with getting one of their strongest members, General Kaba, back up and running. Unfortunately, he's been out of commission for a while, so we need to build him a new sword from the ground up, which means we have to run around the Croco Sphinx like a cartoon character collecting all types of different materials. Once that's done, all we need to do is forge the dang thing. But of course, the forge is protected by yet another crocodile with a funny hat, OG Sakui, the first member of the powerful Sakui family that's taken over the Croco Sphinx. This guy's spell list is a step above the average bosses thus far, having access to not only an ice blade and ice trap to buff his own attacks, but also a tower shield to cut our spell damage completely in half. He definitely won't be easy to take out, but as we all know, nobody can outshield the hut. We're ready for a snow shield start as I'm looking at. Yes sir, not a bad first turn for me. I think I'm just gonna save for a Nature's Wrath and then clock the Sakui in the face with the rock. He's gonna beetle, and he's still gonna have pips left, which is kind of annoying and lame and stupid. Am I right? Am I right, fellas? Come on. Okay, hopefully this hits high end in one shots. If it doesn't, we're gonna be taking a good chunk of damage this turn. Oh yeah, that didn't go as well as I thought it would. Now I'm gonna get snowmaned. You know what, I'm trying out the funny minion. The Sprite Guardian of the Sprite. Keeping the teenagers out of the soda aisle so they don't cause a ruckus. Another snowman, really? The snowman spam, is that what we're doing? Is minion blading me? Hold on, this is actually kind of sick. This is the most useful minion I've ever had. And I did PvP in 2008. Ooh, I'll take the other buff. God, this minion's amazing. I love this minion. I don't love what that guy did though. I don't love that. But the minion's gonna take care of it. Let's go. Minion is healing me. I mean, what? Is this minion just that broken? And I get a nice blade, and I get to throw the extra big rock at him now. A 422 straight to his little cranium. This ghoul should be the end of him. Yeah, he's just doomed. He's out. Okay, I feel guilty for not even writing about the minion because, to be blunt, they absolutely carried my ass. That fight would have been so much tougher without them, so I guess Forest Sprite is going to be a solid member of the team, at least for this world. And we finished the sword. With that sword being forged and the general back up to fighting shape, we're 1/3 of the way through the Croco Sphinx. The Fang's next task, though, is going to be a much more grueling challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new contestant.
The Grand Arena is a coliseum where the greatest warriors in all of Krokotopia would battle it out for the entertainment of the masses. Although now the masses are all kinda dead since it's been thousands of years, but the arena is still being run with a full lineup of powerful fighters for us to face in the dueling circle. And at the end of it lies the current Grand Arena champion and previous Order of the Fang member, Kayamate. Our goal is to beat him one-on-one and get him back in the fold. I'll be rapid firing through these duels back to back to back to back with no breaks aside from one, so get some popcorn ready and watch the sparks fly. Kicking off the boss rush, we got the Wild Sunbird. Now this guy, as you can see, fire enemy. He's gonna be doing some fire damage, but if we use our minions properly, use our hits properly, use our shields, and spam properly, we'll be all right. Oh, we do have volcanic shields on deck. Perfect draw there, especially because he's going for the fire elf. We can mitigate that a little bit with a shield. We are gonna have the minion up now. Let's go, Forest Sprite! Okay, hopefully this play doesn't come back to bite me too hard, because they're doing a lot of damage right now. And that Sunbird is gonna do 300 to 400 damage, so hopefully my minion heals. If not, I'll be able to heal myself this turn. Oh yeah, we're healing. But thanks to the minion, this heal's gonna do quite a bit more. Look at that, 546, that's pretty good for this point in the game. Nice fizzle, you loser. Oh, he's gonna leprechaun. I don't have a shield for that. He's taking plays out of my book. Oh, and my minion's gonna heal. That's awesome. Give it up for Forest Sprite, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, give it up. The tree's gonna kill him, get him out of the way, and now it's 2v1 in our favor for once, huh? Isn't that crazy? Ooh, he's gonna burn my shield with the fire cat. Smart play, Sunbird, smart play. We do have a blade though, courtesy of the Forest Sprite. So this tree, even despite the weakness, should still do some pretty solid damage, more than it usually would at least. Tree's gonna finish the job here. The double tree gambit never fails. And down goes boss number 1, Sunbird. It's the legend himself, Crag Stonechin. No way. No way you're a seeded Elite Four looking ass member and you're going with the Bloodbat as your move. And he's doing the Dark Sprite? How is this dude seated over the last guy? He's got like less everything. It's like if you took the Sunbird and lowered all of his specs in the character creator, you would have Crag Stonechin. Back to back 1 pippers. It's like he's not even trying. And his minion's already down. Ooh, another trap. Is he going for a Cyclops? Did I poke the bear a little too hard? No, he's going for a leprechaun. Monkey see, monkey do, huh? Unga bunga. This is the better version of the leprechaun, okay? A little bit stronger, a little bit less evil and sadistic. Oh, 330, that hit high end. I love that. There it is. This was his master plan that he was saving up for the whole time. And it's gonna do some decent damage, don't get me wrong. It's hitting high end, it's got a trap. Probably do have 400, 500. Not even. Well, it was nice seeing, nice seeing you, buddy. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. It's Borton time. We got Bort. Okay, I'm gonna call a timeout here and go over something that I feel needs to be addressed. Now, does my character look different to you at all? Maybe like he's fresh out of Boy Scout Troop 420? Well, that's not only because he is, but also because I broke the silent rule of this run. Kind of. I opened a pack. Okay, nobody panic, Let's relax a little bit here and let me explain myself, all right? Wizard101 has recently added this thing called loyalty rewards, a system where the game rewards you for having a membership every month with some free loyalty reward points. These points can be used to buy a list of specific items in the loyalty rewards shop, one of which being the Ravenwood Rangers lore pack, where I got this Boy Scout uniform from. Now, the silent rule I mentioned earlier is that I couldn't use paid gear aside from mounts in this run because I wanted it to be easy for anyone else to replicate. While this robe is technically Crown Shop gear, sure, anyone who plays this run up to this point would absolutely be able to get their hands on it or some other piece of gear with similar power using their very own membership rewards points. I also took some care into looking at the stats of this item and comparing it to the bizarre robe I had on, and it's a pretty marginal upgrade at best. But in the end, I'll leave the decision up to you. If I survive Krokotopia, should I be able to use this robe and other loyalty rewards in this run? Let me know in the comments below and I'll go with whatever the consensus is. Fort Mallet Man, on the scene. Okay, this is off to a great start, huh? He's got his little troll. It ain't gonna do too much. I got the shield up. Ugh. I don't like that he bladed the boss. That's kind of, what would you say? Actually smart? And he's not supposed to do that. He's the AI in Wizard101. He's supposed to do dumb things. But the tree's gonna get thrown at him anyway, and he'll be almost out of our hair. Just a leprechaun's breath away from dying, and I'll be happy to throw it at him. He's dead. And now I can shield spam to my heart's content. Oh, we're shielded up. Or you're not showing out right now. I need to see some moves. Okay, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean the leprechaun. Any other move? Oh my god, no. I mean, I gotta go for it. It's new, it's flashy, it's the Legend Golem. I gotta see what it's about. That boy's steaming. Is he nuclear powered? Or is he just shooting like fart clouds from a cartoon? All I know is I got a lot of shields. Like almost a comedic amount of shields. Let's add one more on there. Oh, fuck not. Oh my god, a troll. What are we gonna do? Oh, wait a second. We have 140%. It's a little overkill. I don't think he's gotten one clean attack off this entire match. I think every single hit he's done has been shielded. He's probably about to type some horrible slurs like the people in PvP do, but it doesn't matter because he got imped on. Okay, everybody, bad news. I forgot to pack prisms, so that's awkward. We have some ghouls, we got some other stuff, so hopefully that'll be enough to kill him, but we'll see. We'll see. I think the first thing I'm gonna do actually is get my minion up, because there's a chance I run out of cards here. I, again, don't have prisms. I'm not gonna do much damage to the boss. And since he has death shields, it's kind of like, we could or could not kill him on our own. We might need the minion's help for it. I'm gonna ghoul boss man first, just to make sure we can get some solid damage onto him. Oh, this guy's got sunbird. Ugh. Oh, nice fizzle, loser. That'll show him. That'll show him. This thing has Satyr? Bro, that's kind of broken, isn't it? Look at 860 health. That's kind of a little cracked, huh? I mean, I'm not going to complain. You got the pips, you got the card. Might as well throw it out, but looks like I ain't going anywhere. 1200 at this level. That is just crazy. This leprechaun should do the trick. Keyword should do the trick. Oh, it's got a blade. He's toast. He's toast. Sandman is down. Oh, and we're imping the boss. How much damage does this do? 52? Hey, it's still not too bad. I'm gonna have to cast the forest sprite less because this is just getting a little ridiculous. Listen, I love winning fights, I do, but it's kind of killing the content just how good this thing is. This is third sunbird. I'm at like almost max health. Like this isn't normal. This is what an athlete experiences when they juice before a match. Hello everybody. Hey, it's Max here to say officially for the record that the use of drugs, alcohol, and performance enhancing stimulants is totally not cool. We don't like that here, but what we do like is hit the goddamn subscribe button, baby.
Hey,
come on, throw it down. Come on,
cut the camera, no free clout.
Come on, you can do it. That was almost laughable how easy that was. At last, it's time to put up our dukes and duel it out with Kayamate the Great. And considering how the last fight went, I'm not too worried about him, honestly. I'm gonna refuse to use the forest sprite so he has a fighting chance, but I'm also gonna pack some prisms this time to deal with him a bit quicker than the clown from the last fight. He is an undefeated arena champion though, so there's a chance I'm underestimating him. I mean, this part of the story has been hyping him up, so let's see if he can give us a challenge. Well, I'm definitely starting with a snow shield here, 100%. That's where this is going. He's got the ice minion, might as well suit up. He's already death shielding. Okay, man, I get it. We're leading off with the tree. Sandman's gonna take a big heaping helping of damage. He could save up for a big hit here. He's gonna snowman though. Sandman is snowmanning. It's gonna get blocked. I mean, there's just no way around it, buddy. You tried. We've got the pips to leprechaun him to finish him off. Sandman's going down. And now it's just down to one. Oh, he's using the tree. I've never seen anyone use the tree other than me, so kind of copying my style a little bit. I was clearly around first. He really is copying my style to a T. There's the prisms. They're just all at the bottom of the deck to make life as inconvenient as possible. I feel like that happens to everyone though. Whenever you're trying to look for a specific card, it's just always at the bottom every time. Storm? Oh, that's gonna do a lot of damage. Oh. 400. I think I'm just gonna go for a quick kill here and hope that works. We're gonna start with a Nature's Wrath. With the Prism, this should do a good chunk of his health here. Yeah, 400's pretty good. Oh, we get the power pip so we can just go right into the leprechaun. Someone get this man to the reboot van because he is out of here. Okay, so he didn't give us a challenge. Maybe the most overhyped fight of this entire game so far. With him schwacked though, all we have left of this area are the final two back-to-back dungeons, the Vault of Ice and the way scarier Emperor's Retreat. Let's start with the Vault of Ice is what I would say if it wasn't a complete cakewalk in Mickey Mouse Dungeon, but it was, and as much as I wanted to show it, it's just a bit of a snooze fest because we're life and that's what we do. The Emperor's Retreat, on the other hand, houses the last boss of this entire area, Crokotopia. This guy is the strongest ice boss in the entire world, boasting a solid 800 health, but he does have a weakness. He's ice. The guy's hits just aren't that scary, and with our amount of healing and sustain, we should be able to shake off anything he throws at us and heal up right back to full. Let's put this theory to the test and knock out this big blue loser. Final boss of Croco Sphinx time. He's got a funny hat. Maybe the funniest hat we've seen this entire world. Okay, ideally we can get the Sakui guard down, but it's gonna take a while. More than likely 5 turns of waiting. And they are just saving pips too, man. Here's the snowman, yep. That'll probably take me down to around 1,000. Ooh, less than 1,000. Yeah. I was hoping he would die before he'd cast, but alas, not meant to be. What is meant to be, though, is this leprechaun. Taste the rainbow. My boy's sliding down. Neckbeard attached. The only good Discord moderator. He's gonna blade. Oh, he's probably gonna go for a blade snowman. I would love an ice shield right now if I can. I can't find it. With the blade, how much is that gonna do? Oof. Yeah, we are looking tight and low here. He's blading again. God dang. You know what? 2 can play this spam game, Buster. Could you imagine being the boss right now? I'd be so mad. I am running out of heals though, so hopefully we can find the right cards and get him down sooner rather than later. He's got the serpent. It's gonna be good, but the shield is gonna just completely body it. And I can go for the wrath. Tree on deck. He's on his way out. 1 leprechaun will do it. And you've thought you've seen the last of him. He's always here, putting on a show, sending him straight to the Shadow Realm. Although Krokotopia put up a bit more of a fight than I was expecting, it still wasn't enough to give us all that much trouble. The next and final area, though, certainly will. The Tomb of Storms is, without a doubt, the hardest area in Krokotopia. Not only do most of the bosses average around 800 health, the same as Krokotopia, but they all hit almost twice as hard as him. This is because the element of this area, Storm, is the hardest hitting school in the entire game. Contrast this with the entire Croco Sphinx, where most of the enemies were the weakest hitting school in the entire game, and suddenly the difficulty climbs back up to being worrying. Because as much HP and as much healing and as many shields as we have, one well-timed Kraken can cut my HP clean in half before I have the chance to do anything to retaliate. Fortunately though, this area really only has 1 required dungeon of notice, the final dungeon in this entire world, hosting the 2 final fights in it, the Son of Storms and the final boss, Crocopatra. Needless to say, these will probably be some tough fights, and losing this deep into Krokotopia would be heartbreaking. So let's get this first duel with the Son of Storms underway. Is what I wish I could say, but I can't. Not because the fight didn't happen, but because it was too short and so easy that I couldn't even edit it in a way that'd be mildly entertaining or even palatable as a viewing experience. The Crocopatra fight, on the other hand, was the opposite of that. When I started this series, she was the boss that I thought I'd have the highest likelihood of losing to. And that's because I tried this run before, years ago, with Crocopatra being the endpoint. Was I much worse at Wiz back then? Yeah. Still, let me explain what makes this boss terrifying, at least statistically speaking. Firstly, check out that HP. 950 dwarfs Crocotopia's 800 by a pretty decent margin. Not to mention that just like every other boss here, Crocopatra is Storm, the hardest hitting school in the entire game. And if you want to see the crazy numbers she can output, take a look at her spell list. It's definitely the most intimidating one we faced, with an array of both buffs for herself and debuffs for us. And my god, take a look at that Kraken. That's over 500 damage without any buffs. I wasn't exaggerating earlier saying that this spell can slice your health in half if she sets up correctly. But the cherry on top of this shit sundae is without a doubt her minion. This guy is also Storm and also beefy, having a health equivalent to most of the bosses we've fought so far. And he also hits almost as hard as the boss he's paired with. See, what made the Son of Storm so weak was that he didn't have a minion, not to mention a minion that hit that hard. So Crocopatra is not only the boss with the most HP so far and the hardest hitting spells so far, but she also has the minion with the most HP so far and the strongest hitting spells so far to boot. With all that being said, I think it's pretty plain to see why I'm so nervous about this fight, so let's just rip the band-aid off and get it done. This is gonna be tough, 100% the toughest fight we've done so far. Not a bad start though. A volcanic shield off rip is excellent. Starting off with a snake. I shouldn't have shielded. I should have bladed and waited. He's gonna trap, which really sucks. I'm gonna throw a life blade down. If I can save up for a hit to kill that minion, I'm definitely gonna take the opportunity. The both of them being Storm combined, they're gonna hit so hard together. Please don't be a weakness. Please don't be a weakness. Please don't be a weakness. Oh, that sucks so much. Now I don't think we can one around this minion here. I think my best bet is actually the Leprechaun. It gets the weakness off. It still does decent damage to him, and we also have pips to play around with, and we still have no shield. Oh, this sucks. Storm Shark is gonna do a lot there. 400, and he's got a blade. He's gonna use it. He's sunbirding. At least he didn't use the blade, I guess. I mean, there's some silver lining there. And we have the shield up. He's an idiot. Whew. Things are looking really bad for a second, but he's just so stupid. We might just be able to sneak right by him. If this Seraph hits, we're in a much better spot than I thought we were, and we are. Send that boy to the Shadow Realm. He's alive? All right, hopefully this imp hits. If it doesn't, we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, we're good. He should be dead. Crocopatra still has a lot of pips, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, okay? She might crack it next turn, and that's when we're really, really in the danger zone. And we're still not drawing any shields at all. She's gonna fizzle. That's really good. If we can get a shield here, we're in a great spot. We still can't. Wow. We have a heal at least. Might as well use it. That'll get us up almost back to full health, but she has so many pips that she could probably cut our health completely in half in just a few turns. How much does this do, man? I don't even know what this does. It's 4 pips, so I bet it's a lot. Not a shield in the entire vicinity. I put 4 of them in. Where'd they go? Did Joey Chestnut eat them? Where are they? I better go on this turn. I need it this turn, like really bad. Okay. Okay, that could have been really, 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 really bad. But now we get to block her Sunbird just in time to stay afloat a little bit longer. With a double power pip, we're gonna get a nice juicy Seraph off here. With the blade, that's gonna do easy 500. She's about halfway done, and we had another power pip. We can shield here, and then no matter what she does, a Seraph will kill her next turn. Guaranteed as long as it hits. Storm Bats, yeah, do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. And this Seraph right here should finish the job. Please die. Please die. Yeah, boy! Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I'd get this far, but I'm happy I did. After what felt like an eternity, Krokotopia is done. And the next world on our list is one of my favorite worlds in the entire game, Marleybone. See, the Croconomicon accidentally got shipped to the Marleybone Royal Museum, and now we have to go haggle with the folks running the place to try and get it back. A bit less grand than Krokotopia's exposition, sure, but something tells me there's a lot more going on there than meets the eye. Next time, we tackle the 3rd world of Wizard 101 or lose this run trying. See you guys then.